Alright, well, first of all, to my good buddy Jack. How you doing, buddy? I had planned on tapping a bunch of maple trees here last week, but I ended up coming down with some sort of plague that I'm recovering from. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tap about a dozen trees, and I'm just going to bring you along. Although, Jack, I completely agree with you about using the bags, and next year, once I get my stuff together here and get organized a little bit, I'm definitely using bags next year. But for right now, I'm running out of time. I'm going to try and just get 50 gallon, which is enough to do basically one batch. So that'll hold me over till next year. With everything going on right now and being sick, and I'm quite limited on time. So although I am feeling better today, so that's why I'm out here. I've literally been, let's just say, laying on the couch the last 6 days in a row, and I think 3 or 4 of them I didn't even care if I was upright and standing or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to bring you along. I've done videos on this in the past. This is just how I do it, but I'll get you set up here. I'll show you how I get things together. Hold on. Now, I don't have no fancy... I wish I had a decent camera and tripod, but I don't really. So let's see if I can get you set up here somewhere where you can kind of see what I'm doing. Alright, hopefully that'll stay there. Alright, so these are just ice cream buckets that I use. I think they're like, well, it doesn't have a gallon on it, but I think they're like 2 gallon or something. Anyway, there's a bucket. Here's my drill. This is all this stuff is, I know I have some short pieces in here. Anyway, let me see how this shows up. So all this stuff is, this is just 1/4 inch air line, plastic air line. That's all it is. 1/4 inch OD. Got a 1/4 inch drill bit. So we need that and that. Get the drill. Brought some binder twine because it's free. I got a crap ton of that stuff laying around. So I just use one piece to tie the bucket to the tree. And I need a lid. Alright, here we go. Now this tree here, I forgot my good knife today, so I had to beat this stinking Japanese barberry down with a stick. This stuff is a plague. And I can tell you right now, if you have it on your property and you don't get rid of it, in 2 years it'll double. In 3 years, it'll quadruple. It's terrible. Alright. Let me see if I can set you up here. You guys can see. Well, let's go over here. Alright. How's that look? Well, that looks pretty good if I can get everything to situate without falling over. All right, I'll get that. Come on. All right, that looks pretty good. Gosh dang. All right, now try and get everything ready. That way when you drill your hole, you don't lose any sap, and you only go in about an inch. All right, now that's pretty much all there is to it. Now this will actually, where that hole is, it'll actually swell up a little bit there. And you see in there, and it'll sticks are everywhere, and it'll seal up a little better. It's tighter than what you think, but where am I going? I come in the wrong path. That's all right. All right, well, anyway, I only got about an hour's worth of light. I was going to show you the sap coming out, but it's a little slow right now, so we'll see if the next tree, if it's coming out any better. So I got a couple really good producers over here that I'm gonna tap. So here we go. Okay, now this tree here, believe it or not, that's a, how can I show you here? There's my hand. So that's 7 inches. So that's an 18-20 inch tree. This tree here gives me fits. Some years it'll produce, and some years this tree won't give you a single drop, and I can't explain it. I don't know why. Okay, so they say to put your tap facing the side that the tree gets the most sun, because it warms the tree and it lets it flow, whatever. So that is directly due east. Actually, it's east is right over that mountain right there. But anyway, that's due east. So we're gonna tap that side. We'll see what happens. You can see I've tapped. So right here's an old tap. Here's an old tap. Here's an old tap. So I tried to space them out a little bit to give the tree time to heal. Here's an old tap. So we're gonna tap this one and see how it does this year. It's been a little cold. All right, stand by. I'll show you here. See if we can get it on film. Let's see if you can see. See, it's running. It's just running real slow. All right, I gotta put you back over here. Okay, so that one's done. Doesn't take long to tap them. I could actually do it a lot faster if I wasn't recording, but this is my little setup I have here for holding everything together. All right, so we're going back here. There's an old maple back here that I've been tapping. It does pretty good. So we'll have 3 tapped here in a short bit. Stand by. All right, now this old girl here, she's not going to be around much longer, but this is actually one of my line trees for my property line. So I'll try and get you set up here. Stand by. Now this old girl, she's pretty far back in the hollow, so we'll have to see what we'll have to see how she does. Here, I'll show you something. So this is one of the ways surveyors find your line, see that old barbed wire growed into the tree? And it's on the east side. Let me make sure you can see here. Right about there, I think's good. Now I'm going to show you guys something here. This tree is old. And you can see where the barbed wire is there. And then you can see, so this is all dead. That's all dead. That's all dead. So, I mean, she's hanging on, but she's... So what I'm thinking is, you can see where I had tapped this side. So I think this is the better side of the tree. So I'm going to tap this side and see what it looks like. Alright, I'll show you what it looks like here. So I got my thing run in there. The lids help keep the rain and the dirt out. And listen, my old buddy Jack, he'll tell you there's 150 ways you can do this. Do it however you want. Jack, he's got a beautiful setup, he just got a beautiful setup, and he does a lot of trees. And that's okay. I do mine completely different than the way he does his. But we still accomplish the same thing. So don't get too hung up about this guy says to do it that way, and that guy says just do it. And then the more times you do it, the more times you'll figure out, well, it's a little easier if I do it this way, a little easier if I do it that way. It doesn't matter. Just do it. It's like, what was that? I don't know. Was that? No, I don't know. And the other thing is, like, you can tap different trees. You can tap hickory, walnut, basswood, maple, birch. I've done birch, and I do not like it. It's a really dark syrup. It kind of reminds you of molasses. It's kind of bitter. But I did it one year, cooked it down, didn't like it. So I gave it to a friend of mine who, he says it tastes like sorghum syrup. And he was real happy. So, whatever. But I did it. Now I know. Alright, so there's... How many trees is that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Alright, well, I'm going to think a minute, because I think there's another tree here I want to tap. I just got to check and make sure it's on my line. So, stand by. Alright, so you can see, here I tapped this other tree here. There's an old tap right there. So we're good to go on that one. So I think I got 5 tapped now. I'm going to keep going here, but you guys get the general idea. Sun's going down, it's starting to get a little cold. So the trees will start shutting off. And I think we got some rain coming here in the next couple days. So we'll see how that goes. And I just wanted to bring you guys along and show you kind of what I'm up to. And hopefully you learned something. And get out there and enjoy the outdoors. It's good for your soul. All right. Well, God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you on the next one. Here we go.